A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the divine masculine who has made a sort of a plan to be able to connect with the divine feminine, because obviously things had gone so bad between them, and then there was this really long phase of no separation, no contact and separation, or even if there was contact, it was like very minimum, not that much. And with the inner work, as I always say, that all feminines who are stuck in this situation somehow, they need to do inner work so that they can change their energies, they can shift their energies, and only when they shift their energies, things change. Now, this is not also to tell you guys that you need to be result oriented. You don't have to be result oriented, you just have to be honest with your feelings. Whichever feeling you have, if you acknowledge that feeling, because when you were a little child, at that time none of your feelings were getting acknowledgement, and because of that you have created a separation with you and yourself. Self means source over here. Now, over here in this channeling session, this seems to be a work environment actually. Now, there could be different types of work. It could be office work, it could be business, it could be project, it could even be mission for some people. And it could be, a point which is impossible. Like the feminine could never imagine, or she would not have thought that the masculine could do this to contact her or to be with her. So the meeting is only an excuse basically. Okay, the meeting is basically an excuse because he wants to see her and he wants to make things all right. And this love is very old, so a meeting is due, he feels. Now, and it's not like she can say no over here. Basically, he has created the whole situation in such a way that she's duty bound to connect with him, or she's not even thinking it's about him. It's his inner being, inner state that I'm talking about over here. And it will only apply to those feminines who are in the surrender stage, who have literally surrendered. So even if they listen to this channeling, it will mostly resonate with them when it has already happened. A situation like that where he had to prove it. Like it could be a situation where he was asked to move to a different department, or asked to move to a different project, but he refused to do so, and he did it quite openly, quite blatantly. So it was not because he was wanting to do that as such, but he wanted to also show it to her that I cannot go away from you, at least with this way I am around you. And he does realize his her value in his life, and earlier he could not realize the same value. The feminine is bound to get angry. There's nothing wrong in getting angry, because when you get angry, only then you do the correct inner work. Before that, you just do many things. You listen to some meditations, or something you do, basically some kind of affirmations you are doing, but deep inside it's not reaching to the subconscious reality. When you do the proper inner work, or you get into therapy mode, or you get into a reading which was long due, and I'm not talking about predictions, I'm talking about reading of energies. So that's because the feminine goes like, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. And when I say this applies to feminine who are in the surrender stage, it's because those feminines are more independent than those who are still stuck in the testing crisis or the runner chaser dynamic. Okay, so, or they are not that deeply into any of these stages, because testing crisis, runner chaser dynamic, it keeps going on and on. It's just that it changes, the impact changes, and the way it happened changes. Like runner chaser dynamic also happens in a very healthy couple, but then it's not a negative runner chaser dynamic, it becomes a positive one where they pull each other's leg, they get angry, but the other person will pacify. It's a sweet runner chaser dynamic. So runner chaser dynamic is not entirely bad basically, but when it is in a very low frequency, anything which is in low frequency will be hellish, will always be hellish. As per the levels of consciousness chart also, you only start growing out from the third dimension when you have courage in you. When you are in the fourth dimension, you are in between purgatory and paradise. Okay, in fact, you only cross paradise and then you start feeling the self empowerment, self realization. Self empowerment starts once you are out of the third dimension. Okay, and that only happens when you get into courage mode, when you get out of the victim abuser consciousness, when you no longer think that I am a victim and someone is an abuser. Okay, and then you start going through feelings of neutrality, willingness, acceptance, and inner light. All of this happens in fourth dimension. So a lot of people think, sometimes they get confused, they think that I'm in the fifth dimension, I've already reached fifth dimension, but they're actually in fourth dimension, because fourth dimension onwards the rational, linear, emotional self gets awakened. Okay, so you are in between fifth dimension and third dimension at that point in time. So at that time also you feel good, because you're shedding a lot of darkness, you're facing your shadow self, you're doing a lot of acceptance, so it feels good. So that's why I said surrender is something that will create a bridge between fifth dimension and third dimension. Okay, but as I always say, ascension is a lifestyle and inner work is a lifestyle. If you have some other situation going on and you need hand holding and you need some kind of guidance, you feel that you're not able to figure it out, what should I do, is it right, is it wrong, then you can get into a reading, a personal reading. You can take a private session with me, and there are various types of private sessions. It's not necessary you only have to take a reading. You can take a Vedic astrology reading, you can take a intuitive plus tarot reading, you can get into therapy mode, you can take a few sessions, and you can also get into chakra therapy. When we do chakra therapy, then we heal all 7 chakras, because all blockages in the 7 chakras leads to separation between the masculine and the feminine energy, where they think that they are separate from one another. Okay, and we all know that thinking and feeling, that is the key to shifting. So when you think and feel in a certain way, that's what leads to what you see outside of you. Okay, our inner feelings lead to our outer feelings, if I put it simply. So what the masculine is saying is that he's basically feeling that we both, our heartbeats should merge with each other. He wants the heart chakra to merge, and he wants to bring the hearts closer. Okay, and he is saying that yes, we have had difficult situations, we have fought, we have gone into separation, we've gone into a lot of poisonous, vile emotions, we have hated each other, we've abused each other, we've accused each other. But this is not like any other typical relationship that we see in the outside world. This relationship has changed me as a person. It has taught me a lot about my life and my soul and my mind and my body, my health. A lot of things have become clear to me. I can read people better. I can see why am I addicted to certain things. Why was I addicted? Why was I addicted to sex or toxic relationships or alcohol or drugs or smoking or eating wrong food, junk food or meat? Or why was I constantly getting affected by toxic relationships, toxic parenting? He was not able to get out of those modes when he could not take the decision, and he had to listen to other people, and other people were deciding the pattern of his life or the path that his life should get into. And even if those people are not present in his life, their energy is very much strongly present over there. Okay, so he is saying that this meeting is just an excuse, because the love is very old and I have to meet her, I have to talk to her. Even if we talk about nonsense things, even if we talk about work, even if I talk about some project that she's doing, even if I'm acting, in some case I also notice that energy could be of an employer, like a person who's investing. Say she has a business, she has a small business, and he takes over that company, and somewhere he's connected to her. He's either becoming a new investor, or he's purposely doing it. It's not like he's just acting and he's just like, oh my god, I didn't even know. That is something that he's gonna tell her on her face, like, oh really, I did not know that I'm gonna take over your company also, oh my god. Or he is just, maybe she's very mission oriented and she has a mission for the environment, and he becomes a person who is helping out. So they are connected because of some group dynamic, like he's a part of the same group and he's sort of becoming very influential. So he is not becoming influential because he wants to be influential, but because he wants to get close to her. His only idea is, I want to get close to her. And he has also realized that in his life, I mean to say, his sole purpose is to support her, whatever way he can. But she is not in that zone that she wants to take support. And he also realizes that. He realizes that she's very independent. She's doing her own things. So I need to do something. I need to figure out a way where I can make her feel that, I can be of help to her in her dream, in her goal. And obviously she is going to say a point blank no. There was a time when she thought that she could take support from him. There was a time when she had maybe approached him also. Maybe that's how they got to know each other, Maybe he was the one who initiated contact, but in her mind and in her heart, she thought that he is the answer to all her suffering. God has sent him in her life so that he can be of support. But then that's not what happened at that time, Everything was bad. He made her suffer. He did not stand by her. All those things she went through, that she's betrayed by him or used by him and misunderstood. Most importantly, the masculines always misunderstand the feminines. Even when she tries to tell him that the people you're hanging out with, they're no good, the company you've made is no good. So he also goes through his lessons. Okay, he will learn when he will get backstabbed, when he will get betrayed, when he will realize that the people he is following, they are just an illusion. They are extremely selfish and they don't care about anybody but him. Be it a friend that he is following, be it his mother, be it his father, be it an employee, be it an investor, be it a business partner, be it anybody for that reason. But he will learn it only when he will suffer because of them. So in the meantime, she has found out a solid foundation in herself. She has healed her chakras, or she has healed herself, so the chakras are giving her the energies that she need. And now she doesn't need him. But he wants to create a situation where he can benefit her in some way. So now she doesn't know that it's him because he's planned it all out. Okay. So now he's imagining that they're both holding each other's hands, and now he's dreaming now basically that they are having a very romantic night out, or even if it's not sexually romantic, because he has also learned in all these days that it's not about it's not about physical touch, it's about soul connection. So whatever he's imagining is coming from that space, not from a horny space. Okay, the twin flame journey is also meant to teach the masculine and feminine that it's not about the body, it's about the soul connection, especially for them. Okay, so he is imagining that they are hugging each other, or they're holding each other, they're walking with each other, they're eating a meal together, they're very happy, they are chit-chatting, they are like sharing, like all those things are happening, they're working together, all of that. So, and then he also realizes that he's dreaming. Okay, and then he feels that these dreams are basically weaker than the glass. How if you throw the glass on the ground, it will break into 1,000 pieces. So these dreams are very delicate. These worldly dreams are very delicate, and I want to protect my dreams. I don't want my dreams to break. Okay, I don't want to do this because my love for her is so old, and this meeting is simply an excuse. So I want to protect this dream. Now he's already dreaming, he's in dream space, or he's just imagining that how it would be when she'll come, when she will be sitting in front of me face to face on a table, even if it's with 20 people and we need to talk about something, how would it be? She is in a completely nonchalant zone, by the way. Let me tell you that also, if you want to know about the feminine. Though this channeling is not about the feminine, but one or two points I must share. She is completely not thinking any of this right now. She's just thinking, okay, fine, I had an affair with him, or I had some personal expectation with him long time back, or now I'm not into that zone anymore. So if he's in front of me, it has to be professional, and I need to see what's in it for me. Do I even need this? Does it even matter? Is it important? And she's not even judging him by the past. Let me tell you that, because she's actually grown a lot. She's grown so much, she's growing so much that she feels that everything is actually a plan of God. If he is in front of me right now, or if there's some kind of situation happening where we are face to face, it's a plan of God. So she's just in an observation mode. Okay. And now he's saying that my heart is a temple of love. Okay. And you are the goddess of that temple. Because I want to pray to you. I want to worship you. I worship you already because you're so pure. You're so divine. I had misunderstood my goddess. I misunderstood the divine being that you are, the divinity in you. I was such a fool. But now I'm not. Now I'm not. I understand everything. I have figured out everything. I'm going to make this heart a temple of your love and my love. And this love is very old. He realizes it's eternal. It's not like 5 months old, 6 months old, 1 year, 2 years, 7 years, 8 years. It's even beyond that. Because it's lifelong he's feeling. He's lifelong. He's been there since even before he was born, and even after he'll die, it will be still there. Here and beyond type of love it is. So that one meeting is very important. That one meeting is so important, he's saying. And that one meeting is an excuse. Because I want to see my beloved in front of me, eye to eye, face to face. So yes, for personal readings, for personal sessions, please check out the description box. And only when you're sure, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. And one more thing I want to say, please do not share your twin flame story in advance. Even when I say this, still some people end up sharing it, or they write to me about their relationship. So if you are looking for a reading, then please wait till the reading starts. If it's an intuitive reading, then one thing you need to do is you need to share your questions with me in advance. There's a process. It's a step-by-step process which I'll tell you. All readings are done in video because I need to see the person in front of me. That's my style of doing readings. But if you're looking for a Vedic reading, a Vedic Indian reading, which has a lot of answers, 5-6 very important answers are there, and there's a chakra guidance, and there's also a tarot guidance in that. For that, you need to have your birth details. If you have your DM's birth details also, very nice, great. But your birth details are very important. And when I say birth details, not just the birthday, but the time of birth, place of birth, and location for birth. These 3 things are important. For therapies also, you can check out the description box. And yes, all these channelings that I'm doing, or I do on a regular basis, it's also for those people who are not able to afford the readings or the therapy sessions, because I know that their root chakra is still not in proper place and they are not able to be fully independent and not break out from their financial codependency. So you please continue to use these channelings and all the free content that I gave, be it the guidances, be it the information videos, and make the most out of it. And the whole world is full of content. You just have to look around. When you need something, it will be presented to you, but you need to have that urge in you to shift. And slowly and gradually, you will reach to a point where your root chakra will at least get unblocked and you will become more independent, And then there are other chakras that you'll get connected to. So on this note, I'll sign out from this particular session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.